Alright, so today we're going to be protecting Hex Ruin like her life depends on it. And basically the reason why we're doing this is because it got buffed recently to where regress agents are 150% of the normal regression speed instead of 100. And we're going to pair that with 3 perks that make it basically impossible to cleanse. So first of all, we've got Dominance. So whenever a survivor touches our Hex, it gets blocked for 16 whole seconds. Then we have Hex Undying. So basically we have 2 hexes on the map, and when one of them gets cleansed, the other one transfers onto it. And then lastly, you have one of the most important perks in the build, which is Hex of the Hunt. So basically, when you have all 5 totems on the map, the cleansing speed is insanely slow. And when I mean insanely slow, I literally mean insanely slow, because it's 46 seconds plus 16 seconds of dominance, and we also have Undying on top of that, which basically makes it 2 minutes altogether. So yeah, as you'll see in the video, this build is actually insane, so just get straight into it. Okay, we have the Larry's Memorial Institute. This should be a pretty interesting map, but yeah, let's go find the survivors first. And I already see someone in the distance here, so I'll just have to switch forms real quick, or else we can't really injure her. And she used the fog vial, although wait, I kind of lost her here. That was actually a really good play because I couldn't see her scratch marks, but either way, we see 2 other survivors here. So I'll just infect them like this, and perfect. And then we can just follow her after this. And yeah, she literally has nowhere to go. We can just go for a dash, and after that, we can just, you know, quickly go to the head form. You know how Krasue works. She's basically like really busted, but yeah, as you can see, she'll drop that pallet. Then we can just vault after it, which is insane. Like, she can just vault infinitely, although there's one problem she does have, is that if you have 2 pallets connecting to each other, it's basically impossible to get it down as this form. Let's just ignore that. But she didn't use that opportunity, so let's just go around. And yeah, either way, she doesn't have anywhere to go now, so let's just get her down. And yeah, they popped 1 gen, but it's because we couldn't really use Ruin in that situation. But don't worry, because we already got value on this gen that has been regressing since the start, since, you know, we've got the survivors, and it's basically almost down to 0 already. And still 0 hexes cleansed, even though this one is like right in the open. And we already see where the other survivors are, so let's just quickly get to them. I will prematurely change forms, or at least I was planning to, but we see the survivor here. So let me just do that real quick, and after that we can probably get this infection or whatever really fast, and then switch forms. And she can't really do anything in this situation, is what I would say if I play that correctly. But you know, as the Krasue, you can make a lot of mistakes and still get the injury just like this, because you can just, you know, quickly catch up to them. Either way, let's just do that again by flying quickly towards her. And even though she used the fog valve, we just kind of know where she went, and we can actually see the scratch marks, so I'm not sure why we couldn't see the first survivors. But let's just do a quick little dash, and we got her now. And yeah, as you can see, that gen in front of us, it's literally down to 0. Either way, let's just get her onto this hook, and then we can quickly probably go back to that gen, or actually check up on these ones. This Hex is also right in the open, but to be honest, with the long ass times, there's no way they're getting any of them. Like, to be honest, even if they see the Hex and try to like do it, then they'll just probably give up. Also, yeah, I know there was a survivor there at the top because we saw them with our third-person camera, but I'd rather go for this survivor since, I don't know, I just saw his scratch marks closer. So yeah, let's just do that real quick. She vaulted down to basement, so let's just quickly get her infected. After that, I don't even think I need to switch forms, because I can just get her here. And after that, yeah, we will switch forms now though. So let's just do that real quick. She definitely saw the totem, but to be honest, like, she's not even gonna do it in time. And now we can probably, yeah, they somehow picked up a pallet. I think one of the survivors have that Yui Kimura perk, so that they can just pick up pallets. And she did the same mistake of going somewhere else, so we can just go around. And now we can get her. Just don't do that, honestly. If you have 2 loops and you're playing against the Krasue, you can basically infinitely get them. But you know, this kill is relatively new, so not every survivor knows the counterplay. Either way, let's just get her onto this hook and then go back to that one. And I think I hear someone healing down here, so let me just quickly switch forms because I can't injure them in that one. And then we can actually go for the M1 since they're close and I don't want to waste the opportunity. Then splatter some blood, hopefully. Let me just try that again, just like this. And to be honest, I don't think we even need to switch forms, except on this situation. After that, I don't think he actually makes that pallet, and even if he does, we will just fake it out like this and get it down. So perfect. And yeah, they cleansed one of our 2 hexes, but that's why you have Undying, so that's perfect. Let me just hook him. It probably took them like 60 whole seconds. I mean, not probably, because it literally took them like 60 seconds to cleanse it. So that's like a huge waste of time. That's basically like a whole gen worth of time just to cleanse one totem that didn't even, you know, get you the whole cleanse, since we have another one here. And yeah, just want to make sure it's not cleansed, but it's literally on the outside of the map. Oh my god, there's no way they're even finding it at this point. Let me just switch forms real quick. We can get her with the blood splatter here. And yeah, she probably makes that pallet, but we can just go around. And yeah, if this clear wasn't broken enough, you can see the third-person camera, so we can just go around. And you know, we know where she basically goes every single time. Let's just quickly get her here. Then we can, you know, just fly towards her. And yeah, she has this one loop, but she uses it incorrectly, which allows us to get it down. There's another survivor here, so I'll just quickly switch forms and hopefully like try to infect her. Although she did get way too much distance, so let's just go back and pick up this survivor. And yeah, they did pop another gen. Also, another survivor is down now. I think they used plot twist, but let's just go back there quickly. Although, wait, there's another survivor here, so let's just go back. And as you can see, that hex is literally behind the wall. That's way too OP. Oh my god. But yeah, we see two survivors here. I'm pretty sure they just got unhooked, so let me just quickly switch forms. They picked up this pallet again, so let's just kick it real quick so you have it out of the way now. And that survivor is way too far, so let's quickly switch forms and get to her pretty fast. And just like this, we also have two, or like actually three other survivors in this area. Let me quickly switch forms, do this little blood splatter thing, and yeah, he literally has nowhere to go. He walked straight into us for some reason, which was definitely not the play, especially that we can just switch forms here. And probably, yeah, if he doesn't have life, then, you know, he has to play this really bad palette, but he can just go like this, and he's literally dead. But yeah, let's just look at this guy here, and then we can go back. That totem is definitely not getting cleansed anytime soon, so let's just leave it there. And yeah, this gen has some progress, but Ruin will completely destroy it, so you don't even have to worry about that. And another survivor is in this area, so let's just quickly switch forms, then use the blood fire. She's basically in the dead zone, so if you do this, and then switch forms, she's basically like kind of dead. So let's just do that real quick. She won't bolt it, so you can just, you know, go for the M1. These survivors are like too cocky. They think like I won't get them, but you know, it's the Krasue. She can literally get you in any loop. Either way, I'm pretty sure she doesn't even make that window, so this is like such a short chase. And they unfortunately somehow cleansed one of our other totems, which you know, happens sometimes. But we already got like more than enough value than we already like, you know, planned. Let's actually go back and kick this gen. Yes, kick, even though we had Ruin. Wait, hold up, they didn't even cleanse it since we have that one totem there. And yeah, we see another survivor here, so let's just follow her real quick. Also, that hex didn't get cleansed. It's just another one that we had. I'm pretty sure that one that's there is Fear of the Hunt. That's why, like, you know, Ruin doesn't work anymore. But you know, it's still worth, I guess, having some kind of hex. This survivor did something really weird though, because we can just down her here. But yeah, this game is kind of over basically. I'm not sure what this survivor is trying to do. I guess I'll just kind of infect her here. Let's just pick up this one. I totally forgot that we have another hex because Fear of the Hunt actually counts as one, so I didn't, you know, take that into account. But we see that there's another survivor here that's healing. I'm pretty sure it is the, you know, Claudette. So let's just quickly switch forms. We are body blocking her, so she can't do anything. Then honestly, yeah, I have to blood splatter her because she doesn't, you know, because we can't get the down otherwise. Let me actually splatter her there and then quickly break this pallet. After that, she kind of has nowhere to go. She has like one pallet, but I'm pretty sure we already used up most of the stuff here. Yeah, she used life, but she won't go anywhere with that. As I said, she won't go anywhere with that, so we can just get her down. And yeah, all survivors are on death pick, by the way, so that's actually 2 stages on everyone. So after we hook like literally anybody, they're already dead. So let's just quickly go back and get the other ones. Yeah, that gen has like no progress, and also we have more survivors here. Let me just quickly like infect them, or at least try. And we can just do a little mind game to go right on top of her. And she didn't expect that, by the way, even though we went like the entire way around. But let's just quickly switch forms. And she's basically like that, because I'm pretty sure we used up most of the pallets on this side, or on basically any side of this map. So let's just go around. She'll probably vault it again, and we can just get the down. And see, even though I hesitated there for like literally half a second, I still got the down. So that's insane. But either way, we have her here. She's dead. So we only have 2 survivors left after we get this girl. But yeah, just imagine if Fear of the Hunt was replaced with Ruin. This game would basically be over since it started, although it already was, so it doesn't even matter, because Ruin is so strong that you only need it for about like 2 gens at the start, and you already basically win. Either way, we found the survivor here. He popped the gen. And yeah, he's trying to show me something, so I guess I will like not trust him though, because I know that usually these survivors just try to like, you know, trick me for me to open the locker and then for them to get away. So first I will down him and then check the locker. Either way, he's dead, so you can go look for the other survivor and hatch now. Oh, and I already see the survivor. I'm not sure how she like went past me there, but I'm pretty sure she had dramaturgy though, and I think she's also exposed because she didn't scream. Although she could have gotten double haste, so we can't really expect it. Either way, let's just switch forms real quick. I will try to get the M1, although it would already be over if she got exposed. So let's just do what I would normally do, which is infect her here, then switch forms and get her down that way. She's going to this area though, but she doesn't really make anything since all the pallets are used up. And after that, she's kind of dead because I don't think the hatches in this area. I already like basically walked through it. So let's just get her down over here, and yeah, GG's. Let's just mori her here. Either way, we could have gotten more value, but I literally didn't protect the totems like once in this entire game, and they only cleanse it like 3 gens in, so that's insane. But if you wanted to, you could protect them more and get even more value, although it doesn't really matter since we're playing as the Krasue anyways. Either way, if you made this fun to the video, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe, because I'm like literally 250 subscribers away from 1,000, and it would really mean a lot to me if you could hit that. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!